All right, so welcome back to the channel. Monday morning, we're gonna go in here and check over this auction. It's IAA. Got a couple things on the watch list. So check out Ed's truck. Ed put that thing on 6s this weekend. 26s and 35s. It's pretty decent. Old F-250 made it back. Went to the racetrack this weekend. Went to the racetrack Thursday night, as y'all know. Went to the racetrack Saturday and got the win up there at Harold's with John. So let's go in here and check over this auction. Thinking we got some trucks up for this week that we might be trying to buy. All right, so before we check out this list, I wanted to just show you, this is the Super Duty we're driving now. I actually bought this back in August, on August the 30th, paid for it on September the 1st, and actually paid $3,673 for it. This is a buddy's truck, so there was no profits made on this truck, but just to show you what I paid for a 09 Silverado, I paid $3,033 versus $3,600. So if you really shop around and really dig for the deals, then you can see that, you know, obviously a diesel truck for only, you know, $3,600 versus a gasoline truck for $3,033. Obviously it's a way better deal on the diesel, being it is a diesel. This truck also has 260, 280, I think, and my truck has 260. So the mileage is pretty neck and neck. I know the years are, you know, decently spread, but you're talking a 1500 gas truck versus a 250 in diesel. So if you be patient and, you know, shop around, you can definitely get some deals. So here's what my truck looked like whenever we first bought it. You can see already in the first picture that the tire's ripped off and that the bedside's ripped off. Like I said, they actually removed the bedside on it. Here's the other side. You know, you remember these markings when we, you know, painted the hood, you know, how it said whole hood and all that stuff. Let's see here. Bedside was folded in. We actually, all that was that ended up just being a bent rod inside here, a bent brace. That's literally all that was. Everything else was pretty basic. Yeah, I mean, there's a, you know, another shot of bedside, and you can see they've got the bedside shoved in the back of the bed back here, and so they actually did more damage to it. So they took the whole bedside off the vehicle, then totaled it, and then shoved the bedside in the bed of truck, versus just leaving the bedside on the vehicle, totaling it, and then allowing somebody like me to come in, you know, and just pull it on a frame rack or dolly it out, straighten it out, versus having to basically straighten out where they bent it in half on the ground and then put it back on the truck. So they actually made my job a whole lot harder, and I did not appreciate it, but it is what it is. That is part of the business when you're dealing with other shops breaking it down. So there's the interior when I received it. I mean, yeah, everything else just pretty basic. So I just wanted to kind of show y'all that real fast. I'm not I don't want to go over profits yet on the truck. I don't even really technically want to go over what I'm in it, because I am going to be listing this thing for sale as soon as we find another one, and I'd rather disclose profits after the sale and what I'm in it all at the same time, you know, beforehand. So you can see that they claimed the cash value was $11,900. It was Penn National Insurance Group estimated repair cost. They didn't even write it in. So it was a 4x4 60, and let's see the loss type. Yeah, they did mark the loss type as collision left, but see, they put left and right side, and there was nothing wrong with the left side. I repaired nothing at all on the left side, and they also put secondary damage front and rear. There was nothing wrong with the front at all, collision related. There was the little cracks in the hood, but there was no collision related. Normally this damage is from accident damage, not other damage, normally, but every branch is different what they decide to write it down as. So I just wanted to go over that with y'all. So I was also checking over just some of these other vehicles to make sure that I didn't have anything else up for sale today. This is my watch list actually, but when I was scrolling the other vehicles for today, which is Concord and Charlotte, there was a Tundra, and y'all, I can't do the Tundras. I cannot do them foreign trucks at all. Like, I just can't. I don't know. I just can't even imagine myself sitting in a Tundra. So this is interesting. I literally just logged in this morning, and this trailer has popped up. It's been on my watch list for a while now. So, man, I've got to buy a new computer for up here. This thing is crazy how slow it is. So we are gonna bid on this trailer maybe. Let's see where it's located at. So it's in Lexington, South Carolina. This is where I bought my last trailer from. I was actually literally gonna possibly start repairing my other trailer today. Dude, this thing's a freaking monster. So what does that look like? Maybe just the axle? The rear axle only, maybe? So the wheels are off of that. See, that's weird. I don't understand. I mean, unless they were bent, but you would think the front ones would get bent first before the back ones get bent. Interesting. Let's see what we got right here. Let's try to get this brought up. And this computer is so slow. Okay, see, I thought this right here might be the inner fenders ripped out of it, but it's not. It's just some random stuff sitting in there. Huh. So it's all taped up right here. So this could possibly, no, this was masked up for like paint or cleaning. Or they try to clean it or paint it. I think somebody's trying to ditch this trailer. I think this is a dealer trailer. I don't think this is accident related. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, maybe the back axle is bad and they purposely took both tires off just to get it to the auction. So it's masked up like they were gonna try to protect the diamond plate. And then we got these like patches going on the side. Interesting. Because this is not like, there's no wreck like information. Lost type other also. So anytime you see other, normally that's a dealer unit. But it's weird that it's been sitting for this long because I've been watching this thing for a minute. Yeah, and there's no seller. The title is salvage, but there's no seller either. So that means there's gonna be a pretty hefty minimum on it probably. It's not gonna just go for whatever, like sometimes the insurance company puts it at. We'll put a bid on it because I mean there's not much can go wrong with the freaking trailer besides, you know, all you got is 2 axles. Everything else can be damaged but can be cut out and replaced. So we'll definitely put a bid on that one now that that's popped up. Looks like we also have one of our smart cars pop up for this week. So here in 1 day, 23 hours, there's gonna be a Raleigh car. I originally had put these on the watch list because I was trying to get a longer trailer for the race car and put a smart car and a race car in it. I'm liking the golf cart right now, so I'm not really interested in the smart cars anymore. I'd still buy it to flip it. We have this Super Duty that's real interesting. It's sitting down in Florida and it's also up here on Wednesday. Buy it now price is $15,200, so I could go buy it for $15,200. Meaning that it's not bringing 15.2, so it's bringing somewhere under 15.2. So we're definitely, you know, highly interested in this one this week because I bet it's bringing between 10 and 14 is gonna be my guess of what it's bringing. I actually need to search this VIN number real fast and see what it was bringing. 15 F-150 also sent to Raleigh, so Raleigh's gonna keep me busy. This Wednesday is gonna be very busy for me. So these are just the current bids of what these things are sitting at. I have quite a few. A Chevrolet Silverado. This could be my worst nightmare is to buy one of these. I really don't want to go back to these. I've heard these things are terrible for towing. If you know, comment right down below. I think you were talking the 15 or 16 and up, this newer style body style. Everybody that I've talked to said these things are absolutely terrible for actually pulling a trailer, like with one car on it. I mean, if you're pulling your lawnmower around, it's probably fine, but the comfort and the newness of it is the reason why I would buy it and switch from the diesel to it, because I'm trying to, again, you know, work up in steps and, you know, work my way up. So this being an 18, you know, with good miles would have a decent value on it to help me get up another level. I have a 94 square body on here. Pre-bid's already at $525, so that's probably not gonna happen. I just was kind of putting it on there to see what it went for. I'd love to build a, you know, a 2-door Tahoe square body style thing, but it would be a flip. So, but yeah, that's it. My partner Mike has put all these on the watch list. Equinoxes, I'm not interested in them at all. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So let's see if we can pull up this VIN real fast and see what this thing brought. Let's see if we can get any info on that. All right, so yeah, and if you watch my other channel, which is on pause right now, I'm actually not doing nothing with my other channel. I was teaching people about salvages and how to find prices and look at damage and all that, but we paused it. So you'll remember all this stuff from the other channel. But on the 23rd it brought 14.1, and then on the 3rd it brought 13.1. So it's going in a downwards trend. We went over all of that in my other channel and why it does that. So I'm not going to bore you this morning with that, especially for the handful of people that was watching my other channel. So that's good news for us, and y'all probably understand why if you remember from the other channel. Maybe one day we'll start that channel back up. Some people recommended that I do basic vehicles that average Joe can afford on the other channel. We were doing high-end exotics and stuff. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, that's my office work for this morning, just checking over my list. I've cleared myself for today. I've cleared myself for today, where I have went in there and looked at everything that's for sale, which is close to me is Charlotte and Concord, and then it jumps to Northern Virginia, which I tried not to normally buy from Northern Virginia because you have to deal with the rust stuff. But there's nothing on there that really interests me today, and I'm trying to honestly buy my next flip within a 3 or 4 hour radius, so I can easily get a transporter on it to get it to the shop and not have to go fetch it. This one down in Orlando, Florida, being it's bringing 13, 14, or 14 then went to 13, that means this week you could bring 12 or 11, but it also could roll back up to 14. So if, like I said, the other channel, I went over all that stuff. I probably won't touch it. I mean, I'll put something on it, but I probably won't bid too high on it because I don't feel like going to Florida to get the stupid truck. It would have to be trailered back because the radiator's out of it and everything. I've already looked the truck over. And I just got done with a Super Duty last week, y'all. I'm exhausted still from putting that truck together. It's a lot. It's mentally draining, physically draining, and all that. So I'm trying to get another truck, but I'm trying to make it as easy as possible on myself and not have to deal with the transport side of it. So because something like that, I would end up having to literally probably drive that 6.0 all the way down to Florida to go pull this heavy diesel all the way back. And the fuel mileage with right now, how much fuel costs, being the 6.0s on 37s, and that thing is heavy. We don't even need to discuss fuel cost. It would be nuts. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We're probably going to end up getting in a gas truck next, it looks like, but I never know what's going to fall in my lap. Like I said, that Tundra this morning, I really was looking at the Tundra and really considering it because I know they have value. It was when I started digging into the pictures, it was hit a little bit harder than I wanted. But man, I can't see myself going out of my house in the morning and getting inside of a freaking Toyota truck and feeling like a man. I'm sorry, it's just me. I don't know. I can't do. It's so hard. I've never in my life wanted or owned the import pickup trucks. Like when you pop the hood of them, it looks like an import motor. It does not. It just doesn't. It don't feel like a normal pickup truck to me. That's just me. That's personal preference. I know that a lot of people love them and they last forever. And all that stuff supposedly. But I've always stayed away from them because I just. Mentally, it's rough. But who knows? I might end up in one and y'all are going to laugh at me. Right now, I'm not buying necessarily what I like. I'm buying what I can use. I need bed space. Four-wheel drive brings more value, obviously, but I don't have to have four-wheel drive for this next step up. As we start getting into higher vehicles, we definitely want four-wheel drive. You don't want two-wheel drive when we get on the higher ups, and I will go over that when that time comes. Why? But for this next step out of this 6.0, we can take a two-wheel drive. We could take a Toyota. We could take a Ford, Dodge, Chevy. We'll take whatever as long as the Kelly Blue Book value is there. So I prefer on this next step up the Blue Book value to be double of what I paid for the vehicle. That's what I prefer, but that don't mean it's necessarily going to happen. Now that my truck is driving, we're definitely going to keep, looking every single week. So this is going to be a topic on this channel of what's on my thing. As we get closer to these other trucks, if I'm going to bid on any live or do any of these actually live, I will actually record the live process, because when I'm shopping for myself personally, I'm gonna pre-bid live on them and not necessarily just throw pre-bids at them and forget about them, which is how I do a lot of my flip cars. So you actually might end up get to see, you know, what a live bids look like, and you probably gonna see me lose some. So because I'll post it even if I don't get it, we're gonna post it. So but if they close, the pre-bid closes too high, then I'm not even gonna mess with, you know, live bid, and I'm not gonna waste my time because I could be in the back working. So we'll see what this week brings, you know, and we'll go from there. So Ed's out here working on this Taurus. So this is what our Monday morning's looking like, trying to break down some of these parts we just tracked in Randy's hood. Y'all see that? I ain't lying. When y'all say I got Randy's stuff laying everywhere, I really got Randy's stuff laying everywhere. Wherever they're the safest at, and that's the safest up there is on top of that car. The doors I'm actually probably about to put in my trailer outside because nobody goes in my trailer out there. There's like nothing in there. That way it'll be nice and safe. But Eddie's just breaking this down. We tracked the strut. We ordered a strut because it is bent. You can see if you come in here, you can clearly see that this thing is kinked and all bent and whacked back. So we're not gonna do an educational video on that, but we went ahead and ordered the strut last week, so it's on the delivery truck for today. So he's just going ahead and breaking that down this morning. And then I'm about to get on this customer job. We got this Kia in here that's got a damaged dog leg. So the dog leg is knocked in. Well, again, we're not going to do a video on it. It's pretty boring stuff, but that's just what we're working on this Monday. So look at that, y'all. Remember we went over this in another vehicle, how bad your bumpers don't match your quarters? I mean, that's factory paint. This car has low mileage. It was his mother's car. And look how bad that bumper is. So a lot of people don't even notice. Let's see right there. Look at that. You can tell there's a slight difference. Not much on that one, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And you don't notice it until somebody points it out to you. So you don't see it too bad on the front, but you can see that the shade's off. If you can't see it, then don't ever become a painter. Besides that, we got this little Traverse. If Seth, which is my other guy, if he shows up today, we're not even going to get on that topic. Basically, he is not dependable, super dependable on when he's going to be here or not. But if he gets here today, we're going to put this thing together, get him to prep out a front bumper for paint. I'll spray it later on and then get him to get in here and clean it. So this one is a total straight from the auction. We haven't touched anything. All we've done is ordered parts. We got the bumper in the back, and this is what they totaled it over, man. All it needs is a front bumper. So front bumper and a radiator and that cooler down there. But I consider that like stupid basic stuff. So if y'all were trying to do stuff yourself, you know, that's easy, man. Literally front bumper, radiator, and cooler. And if you were on a budget and you weren't even, you know, you just needed a vehicle, you could literally order the bumper off eBay, not even paint it. You can also order bumpers off eBay that are already painted for you. I don't know if y'all know that. There's so much stuff about eBay that y'all probably don't even know that it's mind-blowing. You know, that bumper can come straight to your door painted. Fenders come painted sometimes. You know, just depends on, you know, the car, if that service is offered. But yeah, throw a radiator in it, AC condenser or cooler in it, and then you'll be good to go on that one. So that's gonna be our project for today. We think we got this Subaru back here that Seth did make it to the junkyard last week and got us a door for. So we got our door, and I thought he got me a fender, but I don't know where the fender's at. It might still be in the Colorado, the old work truck. But the problem with this is we have suspension damage. So it drove forward back here okay, but then when you go backwards, being the suspension broke, it wants to flop this way, and it's making a loud like grinding noise. I'm pretty sure it's pulling the CV axle out of like the transmission. So the suspension has to be repaired here first before anything. And the wife texted Eddie this morning and told him that I think our lower control arm is not supposed to be here until like Thursday. So this car will literally just sit sadly all week, even though we already have the door. So, but I don't want to clock no hours or start repairing the body of it until we drive it and make sure that it shifts and all that. So I've learned that over the years, is not to put a lot of time into it. Besides that, this is all mess ups. These are all my bad cars. This one was hit too hard. That one was a complete mechanical nightmare that we already are financially out of. That one was a basically catalytic converter mistake. This is my freaking clean title that I messed up on a couple of years back. I've had it for probably 2 years now. And I decided, got a wild hair up my butt and decided I was going to go buy a clean title. And sure enough, it bit me in the butt and has transmission issues. I hate clean titles, hate clean titles, hate clean titles. This is our little Ford Focus. All we are waiting on for that is literally hood hinges. We have all the parts for this thing. So we're just waiting for the hood hinges to come in. We've literally been just stockpiling parts. So Eddie just stocks them in here as they come in, and as soon as we get the hinges, then we'll start fitting the front end together, because basically your hinges set your hood, your headlights, everything. So you don't want to start your repair until your hood is sitting square in there. But our little cruise needs to go on the frame rack. It was a simple total, no real frame damage, but you can see that there's a kink right here. So this front bar just knocked back, but we can't set that until we have our headlights. So our hood is pretty much, our hood's right here. As you see, our hood's pretty much good, but I forgot that was up there. But they ordered us a hood, so we have all the parts for this. All we're waiting for is headlights. Once we get our headlights in there, then we can set a hood, headlights, and then we can pull that support wherever we need it based off the hood and the lights, and then move on with that little cruise. And that one I started recording on probably before Christmas, and y'all don't know anything about that car. One day you will know something about that car when I finally get to that point. So that's where we're at for Monday. We'll show y'all this real fast though. So how that spot was in on this one that we're gonna pull this morning, I went and just welded a tab onto it with another tool that I have built, and all we're gonna do is just tighten up the frame machine and see if we can get this to come out. See that? So there we go. So now we have our edge back where it's supposed to be. Just welded a simple tab to it. Now this piece right here that is knocked in, might pull this out a little or might just skim this with filler. So, but the biggest thing is we wanted to get that big nasty thing in. Now I do have to tap this crown in. We have a crown right here. But I'm not gonna bore y'all. We're not gonna turn this into a how-to video. I figured I would just show y'all real fast on pulling that dog leg back out.